Why are estate cars so cool? Estates offer superb practicality, and while they tend to have large boots, many drivers are drawn to the estate's shape and low loading lip, which makes it easier to load large items into the car. The combination of a low loading lip and flat floors make it ideal to change your muddy boots after a family day out. You may find this surprising, but many manufacturers are still selling diesel cars. Peugeot have always had a great affinity with diesel, and they've sold many of them throughout the years. In this latest version of the 308 lineup, the 308 SW comes with one diesel engine, and it's this 1.5. The 308 SW is a compelling alternative to other family estate cars. With the addition of the extended boot, it has the same pleasant interior as the 308 hatchback, and with this diesel has plenty of pulling power and is frugal. The 308 has been turning heads since its launch, but the 308 SW has its bar set high with rivals offering competitive rear seat space and refinement. Speaking of rear space, there's plenty of storage in the rear. The seats split 40-20-40, and they've included handy grab handles in the boot from which you can drop the seats quickly, and this cuts down the amount of time faffing about opening and closing rear doors to pull down each seat individually. They've also included a 12-volt power socket, shopping bag hooks and storage nets on both sides. With its adjustable floor set to the highest setting, it makes loading awkward items in and out much easier. And as for the rear passenger space, it's comfortable with more storage with wide door bins and cubbies. You get 2 cup holders in the rear centre armrest and a tray for small bits and pieces. The space for feet and knees behind the rear passengers is a little tight, but don't forget it's still based on a small hatchback. So, tall adults will probably start twitching during long trips, but young adults should be fine. Up front, the passengers also have plenty of storage options, including wide door bins, phone storage at the front of the centre console, and storage underneath the armrest. There's also the option of a wireless charging pad on higher trims, but don't leave your phone on these for too long, as no one has yet managed to keep the phones from getting too hot when using them. The driver has plenty of options available in order to get comfortable. The pedals are slightly offset from the seat, and this can lead to just a few adjustments to the steering wheel on longer journeys. This Allure trim has a stylish infotainment screen, which includes large, touch-sensitive icons for shortcuts to your favourite radio stations or sat-nav functions. You can set it up so that one shortcut disengages a lane keep assist, one which sets the heating to your preferred temperatures, and it's a useful addition to a modern, busy interior. For the rest of it, you can still use the piano key physical buttons on the dashboard. These toggle to let you adjust the aircon again without having to deep dive into too many menus. And it gets the same 10-inch infotainment system as the hatch. The higher spec models gain an interesting 3D effect on the instrument panel. They've missed a trick though, making the graphics look slick, which is a shame, but perhaps the next iteration will be developed further. Driving the 308 SW, and it takes on most surfaces with ease. Larger bumps melt away unless you're fully loaded. If you're looking for a sportier drive, there's the Seat Leon Estate and the Ford Focus. These have the edge for handling perhaps. To ensure a more comfortable ride, the smaller alloy wheels do a great job of smoothing out the roughest roads. This is the 1.5 litre 4-cylinder unit with 130 horsepower and 300 Nm of torque. It's great on motorways and long distances, however can be a little noisy only when you ask for full throttle, and any extra weight dulls the responses just a little. The 308 Estate isn't too much more expensive than a standard car. Prices start from €32,765, which is €1,000 more than the hatchback. However, spec it up and the prices can rise. This Allure version in Avatar Blue has an on-the-road price, including delivery, of €38,330. And in 2023, Peugeot will release an electric version of the car with a maximum range of around 400 kilometres. Despite being bigger and heavier, It improves on the benchmark set by the hatch. You still have to contend with the strange steering wheel placement, but because it has a slightly longer wheelbase, it's a little more practical and rides a lot better.